The man with intelligence without humility, and the man with humility without intelligence should look for one another for friendship. Welcome to a fresh episode. In the last episode, we stopped at sign 112 of section 7 of chapter 21 of the Holy Quran. Incidentally, we didn't read all the notes. We read only one out of three, and that was 2767. The two we left out are here for us to read, and they are 2768 against the word truth and 2769 against blasphemous ye utter. Let's go there. 2768. That is God's judgment as between the teacher and those who refuse his message, or between the righteous and those who taunt them for their poverty, will be the true one. Will be the true one. That's the true judgment. And both the teacher and the umat, remember we said umat is brotherhood, and both the teacher and the umat must leave the judgment to God. Yes, must leave the judgment to God. Like I said in my saying, you can't find an answer to anything. Mankind cannot find the answer to anything. The answer is with God. So it's like here, it's just coincidental. And the umat must leave the judgment to God. Here it's not answer but judgment. Then 2769 against blasphemy. Yeah, uttering blasphemy. 2769. The blasphemy is dreadful sin. It's a dread, pardon me. Blasphemy is not a blasphemy. Blasphemy is a dreadful sin, full stop. We must guard ourselves from it. But as regards others, if we cannot prevent it, from it, full stop. But as with regards others, if we cannot prevent it, we must pray to God for assistance and not really upon carnal weapons. And not really upon carnal weapons. Well, viewers, you can fathom what that means. We must pray to God for assistance and not only for weapons. Then qualified by the word carnal, Carnan. Okay, like promised earlier, that's in the same last episode, we shall start another chapter, and that's chapter 22, which is named Suratul Hajj, or the pilgrimage. As usual, we shall first of all read the commentary. Let's go. Introduction to Suratul Hajj, chapter 22. Introduction to Suratul Hajj, chapter 22. We now come to a new series of 4 surahs. That's 22, 23, 24, 25. Of 4 surahs, dealing with the environments and methods contributing to our religious progress. Contributing to our religious progress, as the last five surahs dealt with the messengers who came in various ways to proclaim the truth and conquer evil. Full stop. See Introduction to Surah 17. So the last surahs began from uh, Surah 17 up to 21. Mm. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 5. Mm. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And here we're beginning with another series of surahs. And here the surahs are 4, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right, that was the first paragraph. Second paragraph, the subject matter is hyphenated. The subject matter of this particular surah is concerned mainly with the spiritual implications of the sacred house, i.e., the pilgrimage, the sacrifices, striving and fighting in defense of truth when attacked, and other acts that make for unselfishness and uproot falsehood. Full stop. Paragraph. On the chronology of this surah, opinion is divided. Full stop. Some parts were probably revealed in the later Makkah period, and some in Medina. But the chronological question has no significance here. Paragraph. Summary, and then dash, summary, and then dash. Importance of the spiritual future and the need of firmness in faith, help for faith and punishment for evil. So you have faith, you expect to have help from God. And you are evil, an evil person, you expect to have punishment from God. So faith and help go together as evil and punishment go together. Into brackets 22, 1 to 25, which we are yet to begin to start. Into brackets chapter 22, this very chapter, signs 1 to sign 25. Paragraph, fourth paragraph, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, fourth paragraph. Purity, prayer, humility, and faith are implied in the pilgrimage. But we have these things in mind when we perform pilgrimage. Purity, prayer, humility, and faith are implied in the pilgrimage. Semicolon, I believe. Semicolon. In solemn sacrifice, we express our gratitude and reverence to God. And our desire to share food with our poorer brethren, semicolon. Striving and fighting in defense of truth when attacked are necessary as tests of self-sacrifice. Then we are referred to into brackets signs 26 to 48 of this same Surah XXII, brackets close. Pardon me. Brackets close. We now go to the last paragraph. Which is the promptings of evil may hinder the work of God's prophet, but that work must triumph, and the mercy and truth of God must be established, semicolon. Therefore, serve God humbly, serve God humbly, and He will protect and help you. Chapter 22, this very chapter, Signs 49 to 78. I believe the chapter ends at 78. Coincidentally, my saying today or in this sign is about humility, intelligence, and humility that are supposed to befriend each other. Mhm. All right. So let's see if it ends at chapter at sign 48. No, it doesn't end at sign 48. 78 rather. Let's see. Let's see if it ends at. Yes, indeed, it ends at sign 78. All right, let's begin the chapter proper. That's after this introduction. What does it say? Ya ayuhan nasu, ittaku rabakum. Ya ayuhan nas, ittaku rabakum. Oh, mankind, fear your Lord! Exclamation mark. Oh, mankind! Exclamation mark. Fear your Lord! Exclamation mark. Okay. Inna zalzilata asa'at shay'an azimun. Inna zalzilata asa'ati shay'un. Inna zilzila asa'ati shay'un azimun. For the convulsion of the hour, into brackets of judgment, uh, will be a thing terrible. Will be a thing terrible. Shay'in azimun will be a thing. Shay'un azimun, a thing terrible. Commentary 2770. The serious issues involved are indicated by showing how terrible the consequences will be for those who disobey God's will. Full stop. The terror will only be for those who rebel and disobey. Semicolon. The righteous will not suffer from it. This is a repetition. The righteous are always absolved from punishment. The righteous will not suffer for it, but on the contrary, will be greeted by angels with joy. Into brackets, 21:103. We've been referred backwards to sign 21, to Ambiya, sign 103, and the greetings will be Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you. All right. That was note 2770 to sign 1 of section 1 of chapter 22 of the Holy Quran. Let's go to sign 2. Let's see. Yoma tara'u Yoma tara'unaha tashal kullu mardiyatin. Let's stop there. Kullu mardiyatin. That day ye shall see. Yoma tarawnaha. That day ye shall see, sorry, that day ye shall see it. That day ye shall see it. Mm. Uh, every given, every mother given suck, every mother given suck, kullu mardiyatin, amma ard, amma ardat, wa tad'u kullun zatil hamilin. Every mother giving suck shall forget her suckling babe. Indeed, it will be terrible. Shall forget her suckling babe. Mm. And every pregnant female shall drop her load, into brackets, uninformed. It's not a laughing matter. Mm. You imagine in this world a pregnant woman to have a miscarriage. All pregnant women in this world, it doesn't happen in this world, it happens in the hereafter. Mm. Uh, uh, okay, let me take it again. Yoma tarau tarau naha tashal kullun mardiyatin suckling mother. Amma ardatat wa ta'at kulli zatil hamli. Mm. Kulli zatil hamli, that's every pregnant woman. Mm. Ardat wa tad'u kulli zatil hamlin hamlaha. And every female shall forget her suckling babe, and every pregnant female, Zatul Hamle, shall drop her load uninformed. Hamlaha, her load, that's the baby. Hamlaha. Uh, Watara Annasa Sukara. Watara Annasa Sukara. Uh, Uninformed. Thou shalt see mankind as in a drunken riot. So that they will all be moving like drunkards. Mm. As a drunken riot. Watara annas sukara wamahum bisukara. Eh? Shall see mankind as a drunken riot, yet not drunk. Yet not drunk. Mm. Wamahum bisukara. Mm. Every mankind will behave like a drunken man. But indeed, we are not drunken. It's just the terror that has made us look as if we are drunken. ما هم سكارى ولكن عذاب الله شديد ولكن عذاب الله شديد. But dreadful will be the chastisement of God. So viewers, let's take note of the word dreadful, dreadful, dreadful. We don't pay heed to it. We forget it. We just read it, take it for granted, and go and eat and laugh. Ho, 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 ho. So one day he will ask us, didn't I tell you the day of judgment will be dreadful? Then we'll be tight-lipped. We'll be scratching our heads. Yes, it's there. Hmm? How many times, count how many times the word dreadful is appearing here to warn us of the day of judgment. We make our ears so hard. Okay. ولكن عذاب الله شديدا. And that was sign 2. Let's go to the commentary to read. The commentary is against as a drunken riot. Sukara anasa sukara as a drunken riot. Uh, we go to commentary 2771. 2771. Three metaphors are used for the extreme terror which the awful day will inspire. One, mm, no mother abandons the baby at her breast in the greatest danger. That's in this world. In the greatest danger. That's in this world. Mm. Yet, that will happen in this dreadful hour. Then, two, an expectant mother carries the young life within her for great pride and hope. Colon. Yet the terror will overpower the hope at this hour. The hour is in double inverted commas. mm, At this hour. mm. And nature's working will be reversed. And nature's working will be reversed. Then three, men ordinarily, men ordinarily regain their self-possession except under intoxication. Men ordinarily, sorry, it's not regain, retain, sorry. Men ordinarily retain their self-possession except under intoxication. Colon. Here, without intoxication, they will be driven to frenzy with terror. So I said it is a terror that will make us look as if we are intoxicated. Pardon me, may God not include me in those people, among those people that day. And viewer, pray that God does not include you among those people that day, among people who look drunk. Mm. May God help us all. Amen. All right, that was commentary 2771 to sign 2. We now go to sign 3. Mm. Uh, ومن الناس من يجادل ومن الناس من يجادل في الله بغير العلم. ومن الناس من يجادل في الله بغير العلم. And yet among men there are such a there are such as dispute about God. يجادل في Allah, those who dispute about God without knowledge. So upon all these warnings, we dispute about God. Jesus is God. Jesus is Son of God. And whatnot. Without knowledge. Upon all these warnings. بغير علم, without knowledge. ويتبع كل شيطان مريد ويتبع كل شيطان مريد ويتبع كل شيطان مريد, and follow every Satan obstinate in rebellion, and follow every Satan obstinate in rebellion. ويتبع كل شيطان مريد. Semicolon. There's no notes to read, so we continue to sign 4, which has one note. كتب عليه أنه من تولاه فإنه يدله About whom? About whom? That's warning about whom Satan, into brackets Satan, about whom it is decreed that Kutuba alayhim, it is decreed that whosoever turns to him, faman tawalluhu, faman tawallahu, faman tawallahu, whoever turns to him for friendship, faman tawallahu, fa innahu yadilluhu, fa innahu yadilluhu, turns whoever decreed that whosoever turns to him for friendship, him will be led astray. Him. If you turn to Satan, you'll be led astray. And it has this has appeared a number of times when he warned mankind not to allow ourselves to be swayed from the truth, from the straight path, like he did to Adam, our grandchildren, our great grandfather. The warning is there in our earlier episodes. Mankind, do not allow yourself to be deceived in the way and manner that Adam got deceived by Satan. This is another way of saying it. Um, uh, فإنه يدله ويهديه إلى عذاب سعير. He will be led astray, and he will guide him to chastisement of the fire. He will guide him to chastisement of the fire. The first he refers to Satan, and the second him, he refers to Satan, and him refers to mankind. And he will guide him to the chastisement of the fire. There's a commentary against the word the fire. Let's go there. Commentary 2772, or no, 2772. Even after the warnings, there are men who are such fools. There are men who are such fools. You heard me right. Fools. Sufaha'u. Elsewhere in the Quran, Sufaha'u. There are men. There are men who are such fools as to turn away from God, who created them, from God who created them and cherishes them with his love and care. Occult, all kinds of finding money. Satan says, go and kill your mother. Don't be afraid of her. Break her bones. Dig a hole and put her inside. And you know, it's against common sense. You know, it's against common sense. It's against the word that tells us to respect our parents, father and mother. And when he says our parents, not just biological, any elderly person is your parent. You close your eyes, kill them mercilessly, and bury them for wealth. What sort of wealth? Okay. Who created them and cherishes them with his love and care, semicolon. They become outlaws in the kingdom, making friends with Satan, which is a rebel in God's kingdom. That was commentary 2772 to sign 4. Let's go to sign 5. It's rather a long sign. Let's see. O mankind, Ya ayuhan nas, O mankind, Ya ayuhan nas. If you have a doubt about the resurrection, then into brackets, consider that we created you out of dust. Ya ayuhan nas, in kuntum fi rabbi, in kuntum fi raybi, in kuntum fi raybin, if you have doubt, min من البغت فإن خلقكم من تراب. Remember, consider that we created you out of dust, من تراب. من تراب sorry من تراب ثم من نطفة ثم من علقة ثم من مدغة محلقة من مدغة محلقة. Consider that we created you from dust, then tumma, then out of sperm, thumma, then out of leech-like cloth, out of leech-like cloth. Leech-like is spelled Leech dash like hyphenated and then like. Out of leech-like cloth, then out of muscle of flesh, out of leech-like tumma min mudgatin muhalatin وغير المخلقة then out of leech-like cloth, then out of muscle of flesh, partly formed and partly unformed. Muhalakatin وغير المخلقة, partly formed and partly unformed. غير محلقة محلقة وغير محلقة لنبين لكم in order that we may manifest our power to you. In other words, in order that we manifest our power to you. لنبين لكم in order that we may manifest. We manifest to you. But before there we have in brackets our power. So what is he going to manifest to us? Our power, his power, or our power according to God, God's power, God's capabilities to you. ليبين لكم, to manifest to you, into brackets our power. Where is this? ليبين لكم ونكر في الأرحام ما نشاء. ونكر في الأرحام ما نشاء. Then out no. And we cause whom we will to rest in the wombs. We cause whom we will to rest in the wombs. We've done it before, viewers, in our previous episode. Wanukiru. Let me look for it. Wanukiru fil ar'am. Mascara. We've done it. Wanukiru fil arhami ma nasha'a, as we will. And we cause whom we will to rest in the wombs. Nukru fil arham. Wombs. Arham. Wombs. Ma nasha'a. إلى أجل مسمى. For an appointed time, for an appointed time, for an appointed time. لأجل مسمى. For an appointed time. Ila ajalin, ila ajalin musamma, for an appointed time. Tumma nahrijukum, tumma nahrijukum tiflan, tumma nahrijukum tiflan, a baby, tiflan, for an appointed. Then we bring you out as babes. We bring you up as babes, tiflan. Tumma litablagu ashadakum. Tumma litablagu ashadakum. Tumma litablagu ashadakum. We bring you out as babes. Then, into brackets, foster you that you may reach your age. Foster you that you may reach your age of strength. Your age of strength. Ashadakum. Yes, ashadakum. Your age of strength. Tumma litablagu ashadakum. Then foster you is in brackets. It's not there in the Arabic text. So without the brackets, it will read, then that ye may reach your age of strength. Ashadakum. I've missed my line. Ashadakum. ومنكم من يتوفى ومنكم من يتوفى ومنكم من يتوفى ومنكم من يرد إلى الأرذل. Let's stop there. After your strength. And some of you are called to die. Minkum man yutawaffa. Some of you are called to die, and some are sent back to the feeblest old age. I think most of us pray to get there. Even though the world is not interesting, we still pray that we get to the old age. Like my grandmother, when she died, the illiterate said she was 140 years. I sat down and looked at it and I said, no, it couldn't be. Probably it was not up to that, maybe 120. And many people's grandmothers as well, or grandmothers and grandfathers. ومنكم من يتولى ومنكم من يرد إلى الأرذل أمر إلى الأزر الأمر to old age. And some of you are called to die, and some are sent back to the feeblest old age. Ilal arzalin al umurin. Lekeilan yalamuna min ba'da ilmin shay'an. Lekeilan, likeila yalamu. Likeila yalama min ba'da ilman shay'an. Feeblest age, so that you may know, so that you may know nothing after having known much. You see, when I'm reading, I forget sometimes. It was not to be like that. Maybe I'm at that junction of old age and then youthfulness. Probably, I don't know. Some will say, oh, my friend, you are old. You are just old. Some will say, oh, no, you are not too old. Mm? Uh, so that ye may know nothing after knowing, after knowing, no, after having known, into brackets, much, after having known, into brackets, much. Mm? Likeila, where is it? Mhm. لكيلا يعلم من بعد علم شيئا وترى الأرض هامدة وترى الأرض هامدة. After you have known much. And further is in brackets, and further and lifeless, but then, sorry, after you know much, and further, thou seest the earth barren and lifeless. Al-Arda, that is it, the earth barren. Tara al-Arda ha-midatan, barren ha-midatan. فإذا أنزلنا عليها الماء اهتزت الماء اهتزت. So that you may, and further, thou seest the earth barren and lifeless. But when we pour down rain on it, it is stirred, stirred, S-T-I-R-R-E-D, it is stirred, into brackets, to life, into brackets, to life. When we pour down our rains. فإذا نزلنا عليها الماء اهتزت و اهتزت والربت اهتزت والربت وأنبتت من كل زوج بهيج، من كل زوج بهيج. Let's start with water. But when we pour down rain on it, and that's what alma is, rain on it, it is stirred, into brackets, to life, full comma, it swells and it puts forth every kind of beautiful growth in pairs, every kind of beautiful growth in pairs. من كل زوج بهيج. Every kind of beautiful growth, into brackets, in pairs. Every kind of beautiful growth, in brackets, in pairs. So the pairs is not mentioned here. Almaha ihtabat وزيت ihtabat وربت أنبتت من كل زوج بهيدا. Every kind of beautiful growth. And that was sign 5 of chapter 22 of section 1 of the Holy Quran. Let's go to, a number of commentaries. Yeah, we have 2773, 2774, 2775, 2775, and 2776. The commentary is in 4 parts, or is divided into 4. Let's go to 2773 first. It's against resurrection. O mankind, if we have a doubt about the resurrection. 2773. Even after the warnings, there are men who are such fools as to turn away from God who created them and cherishes them with his love and care. They become outlaws in the kingdom. They become outlaws in his kingdom, in God's kingdom, making friends with Satan, which is a rebel in God's kingdom. Oh, sorry. I went to repeat 772 instead of 773. That's what this chapter is saying. When you grow old, you reverse your thinking. Mm. After knowing much, you now come to know little. This is what is being demonstrated here by me. May God have mercy on me. May God have mercy on you. So we now go to 773 proper. If they yes, it's against the resurrection. If they really have doubts in their minds about the life after death, if they really have doubts in their minds about the life after death, they have only a turn. They have only to turn their attention either to their own nature, either to man's own nature, or to the nature around. Full stop. How wonderful is their own physical growth. That's my own physical growth, your own physical growth. Comma. From lifeless matter to seed, nothing. We're nothing. Then all of a sudden, to seed, comma, fertilized ovum, fetus, child youth, age, and death. So let's go back to think about it. Then we grow up, you think the whole world is under your control. You think of life, you don't know. You don't know where your mother came from. You don't know where your father came from. By God's grace, they came together and gave birth to you. And from a clot, from tiny sperm, then clot of blood, then bones, then flesh, then bones, and so on. Then you grow up and you think that there's, and elsewhere say, like, Yakdra alayhi ahad. You grow up to think that there's nobody who was above you. And Yakdra alayhi ahad is one of the verses. Uh, Child, youth, age, and death, semicolon. How can they doubt that the utter of all these wonderful stages in their life here on earth, can also give them another kind of life after the end of this life? So, if you are created from nothing, why should we doubt the one who created you, when he tells you that after death he will create you afresh? Why should we doubt it? Just because of the little intelligence that's just put inside us. Somebody said inside our coconut heads. Pardon me. Okay, of this life. After the end of this life, there's question mark. A question mark. Or, comma, or if they look at external nature, they see the earth dead and barren, and God's fertilizing showers bring it into life, bring it into life, bring it in then to life, comma, growth and beauty in various forms. So those of us living in desert places or all over the world, you see the foliage. Am I right? Foliage. You see the plants and whatnot withered, looking brown. Then rain comes and then they turn green, bear flowers or fruits for us to enjoy. That's bringing back dead earth to life in cycle like that. Throughout the year, it happens again. So if he can recycle the earth's fertility, why can't he recycle us when we die? Just two stages from life on earth to life in the. Why can't he do it? He can do more than that. Mm? Dead barren. God's fertilizing showers bring it into life, growth and beauty in various forms. The creator of this great pageant of beauty can surely create yet another and a newer world. And who is the creator? God the Almighty. Allahu. Allahu Akbar. God is great, or God is the greatest. So that is commentary 2773. We now go to, like I said, there are four commentaries in one. We go to 774. And 774 is against of flesh partly formed and partly unformed. 2774. The stages of man's physical growth from nothing till he completes the cycle of his life are described in words whose accuracy, beauty, and comprehensiveness can only be fully understood by biologists. And who are the biologists? It's the same God who has given them wisdom, who has given us wisdom to divide his subjects into biology, science, or biology, chemistry, physics, chemistry, biology, math. It's his own wisdom. Hmm? But he sees all these uh, things as one, all these courses of study as one. Hmm? Uh, uh, understood, fully understood by biologists. And comprehensiveness be can only be fully understood by biologists. Full stop. Parallel to the physical growth may be understood man's inner growth, also by stages and by God's creative artistry. So if we see this physical growth, from nothing to sperm to clot to bone, a baby, and whatnot, there is also by stages may be understood man's inner growth. There is also man's inner growth, also by stages and by God's creative nature. We go to 2775. It's against we will, and we cause them, and we cause whom we will, whom we will, man yasha, man yasha, and we cause whom we will to rest in the wombs. Let's go there, 2775. That is a male or female child, a fair or an ugly child, eh? A good or a rebellious child, etc., evolving, etc., evolving countless mysteries of genetics and hereditary. When we are in our homes, we don't know whether we are going to come as respectable people or not, whether you are going to come as a nice looking child or not so nice looking child. That's what this commentary is telling us. Mm? Whether we're going to rebel against our parents or not, or against the world or not, we don't know. Evolving countless mysteries of genetics and hereditary. And that was commentary 2775. 2775. It continues. Then we have 2776 and 2777. Two commentaries left, or two sub-commentaries left, if you like. 2776. Let's go there. We just read 2775, and it ends with genetics and heredity. Let's go to 2776. Commentary 2776. Compare chapter 16, XVI, chapter 16, Science 70. Full stop. In that passage, the mystery of our life was used to illustrate God. To illustrate God. I don't know. It's a mistake. To illustrate God abundant mercies. I think it should be God's abundant mercies. mm, to illustrate. I think so. I think it's a mistake to illustrate God's abundant mercies and favors to us, full stop. Here, it is used to illustrate God's power in giving us a future and giving us a future life of even greater promise. Mm. Okay, 2777, uh, and it puts forth every kind of beautiful growth, every kind of beautiful growth into brackets in pairs. 2777. Mm. A beautiful nature, a beautiful nature passage so pregnant, a beautiful nature passage so pregnant in meaning, a beautiful nature passage so pregnant in meaning that the earnest student wonders what magic and truth have been conveyed in so few words. Full stop. Then MPs, capital M dot capital P dot apostrophe S. MP's Egyptian colleague, MP's Egyptian colleague, Professor Shamrawi, Professor Chamrawi, Professor Chamrawi, Professor Chamrawi, Professor Chamrawi, into brackets, CMP's note on this passage uh, was but oppress was but expressing the feelings of every careful student of the Quran. Yes, I say I'm a student of the Quran, and by God's grace, I will learn it. I'll continue learning it until my dying day. May God have mercy on me. May God have mercy on you. Mm. Expressing the feelings of every careful student of the Quran, full stop. The subtlety, the subtlety is spelled F, subtle, and then R-I. The word subtle, Subtlety. It's not subtlety, it's subtlety. Pardon me. And these are the signs of the old age that we're talking about. The subtlety eh, and wealth of meaning. These are in brackets. Subtlety and wealth of meaning are in double inverted commas. So the subtlety and wealth of meaning are indeed marvelous. Are indeed marvelous. And that was commentary 2777. There's still another one. No. That's all. That was commentary 2777 to sign 5. We shall break here, viewers, and when we come back, God willing, we shall go to sign 6 of chapter 1. No, sign 6 of section 1 of chapter 22 of the Holy Quran. Thank you very much. Illa likai. Bye bye. Au revoir. And may God have mercy on us all.